Struggling with pull-ups? Let me share a powerful mental trick that can level up your pull-up game. Instead of thinking about pulling yourself up, imagine you're pulling the bar down. This simple shift in perspective can make a world of difference. Here's why it works. First, when you visualize pulling the bar down, it subconsciously and instinctively engages the correct muscle. Rather than you actively trying to think about engaging them, pulling yourself up can often rely too much on your arm muscles, which isn't ideal for pull-ups. The proper movement should engage your back muscles more, and pulling something toward you encourages a more powerful contraction of the back. Second, pulling yourself up can feel daunting, especially when thinking about lifting your entire body weight. By shifting your focus on pulling the bar down, it feels less intimidating, boosting confidence in your performance. Third, if you're pulling yourself up to the bar, the main goal might just getting your head or a certain part of your body to the bar, which you then count as a rep. This limits your range of motion and leaves gains on the table. By visualizing pulling the bar down, you promote proper form and movement pattern, helping you maximize strength while reducing the risk of injury. So next time you grab onto a pull-up bar, visualize yourself as an immovable object. The bar is what's moving, not you. Pull it down towards your chest with all your might. Mastering pull-ups is as much about mental approach as it is about physical strength. Give this technique a try and watch your pull-up numbers soar. Stay strong, stay focused, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to become strong like the yellow dude. Struggling with pull-ups? You're not alone, and the good news is, the solution isn't always more brute strength. Sometimes, the biggest breakthrough comes from a simple mental shift. Instead of thinking about pulling yourself up, imagine that you're pulling the bar down. This small change in perspective can completely transform how pull-ups feel and how well you perform them. When most people attempt pull-ups, their main thought is lifting their own body upward. That usually causes the arms, especially the biceps and forearms, to take over the movement. While the arms are involved, pull-ups are meant to be a back-dominant exercise. Your lats, upper back, and shoulder stabilizers should be doing most of the work. When you visualize pulling the bar down, your brain instinctively recruits the larger, stronger back muscles instead of relying too heavily on the arms. You stop trying to curl yourself up and start driving your elbows down, which leads to a stronger and more efficient pull. This mental cue works because the brain responds better to intent than to micromanaging muscles. Trying to consciously activate every muscle usually creates tension and hesitation. Visualizing the bar moving toward you simplifies the task and allows your body to organize the movement naturally. The result is smoother reps, better coordination, and more power. Another major reason this technique works is confidence. Pull-ups can feel intimidating because you're lifting your entire body weight. That thought alone can create doubt before you even start the rep. When you shift your focus to pulling the bar down, the movement feels less overwhelming. Instead of thinking about how heavy you are, you think about moving an object. That subtle change reduces mental resistance and encourages you to attack each rep with more aggression and commitment. Confidence leads to stronger reps, and stronger reps lead to progress. This visualization also improves your range of motion and overall form. When people focus on pulling themselves up, the goal often becomes just getting the chin over the bar. That mindset encourages partial reps and rushed movement, which limits strength gains and increases injury risk. When you imagine pulling the bar down toward your chest, your body naturally aims for a fuller, cleaner pull. Your shoulders depress properly, your chest rises toward the bar, and your elbows drive down and back. This creates a stronger contraction in the back and ensures you're getting the most out of every rep. Better form means more muscle activation, greater strength development, and healthier shoulders and elbows over time. You're no longer just checking off reps. You're building real, pulling strength that carries over to other exercises in daily movement. There's also a stability component to this mental trick. Strong pull-ups require full body tension, not just upper body effort. When you visualize yourself as an immovable object, your core, glutes, and legs naturally tighten to support the movement. This reduces unnecessary swinging and helps you stay controlled throughout the rep. The bar moves, you don't. That mindset promotes better balance, better tension, and more efficient force production. The reason this works so well comes down to how the nervous system controls strength. Every movement starts in the brain. Visualization and mental cues are widely used by elite athletes because they improve motor unit recruitment and coordination. By changing how you think about the pull-up, you change how your nervous system fires the muscles involved. Over time, this leads to better technique, increased strength, and higher pull-up numbers even without adding extra volume or intensity. The next time you step up to the bar, grip it firmly, brace your core, and imagine your body fixed in space. Visualize pulling the bar down toward your chest with force. Drive your elbows down and back. Squeeze your back hard at the top and control the descent just as intentionally. Don't rush the reps and don't chase numbers. Focus on strong, clean movement. Mastering pull-ups isn't just about getting stronger muscles, it's about mastering the movement and the mindset behind it. This simple mental shift can be the difference between struggling through reps and owning them while it's confidence and control. So next time you grab the bar, remember, you're not moving, the bar is. Give this technique a try, stay consistent, and watch your pull-up performance improve. Stay strong, stay focused, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to become strong like the yellow dude. One more important thing to understand is that this mental trick doesn't just help during the pull itself. It also improves how you set up for the movement. Before you even bend your elbows, thinking about pulling the bar down encourages you to first pull your shoulders away from your ears. This small action, often called a scapular pull, puts your shoulders in a stronger and safer position. Many people skip this step without realizing it, which makes the first part of the pull-up much harder and places unnecessary stress on the shoulder joints. By focusing on pulling the bar down, your shoulders naturally depress and stabilize before the arms take over, giving you a much stronger foundation for the rep. This mindset also helps slow people down in a good way. When pull-ups feel difficult, there's a tendency to rush the movement, swing the legs, or use momentum to get past the hardest part. Visualizing the bar moving toward you shifts your attention to control rather than speed. You begin to feel each phase of the rep more clearly. The initial pull, the squeeze at the top, and the controlled descent. That control builds strength far more effectively than fast, sloppy repetitions ever could. Another benefit is how this cue carries over to assisted pull-ups and progression. Whether you're using resistance bands, a machine, or negatives, the same idea applies. Instead of thinking about being lifted by assistance, imagine pulling the bar down just as hard as you would during a strict pull-up. This prevents you from becoming passive and ensures your muscles are doing as much work as possible. Over time, this leads to faster progress toward unassisted reps because your nervous system is learning the correct movement pattern from the start. This mental approach can also help break plateaus for people who already have pull-ups but struggle to increase their numbers. When you're stuck at the same rep count, the issue is often not raw strength, but efficiency and fatigue management. Pulling the bar down helps distribute the workload across the larger back muscles instead of burning out the arms too quickly. That means each rep costs you less energy, allowing you to squeeze out more reps. Before failure, breathing can even improve when you use this visualization. Thinking about lifting yourself up often leads to holding your breath or tensing unnecessarily. Pulling the bar down feels more natural and rhythmic, which makes it easier to brace properly and breathe between reps. Better breathing equals better endurance, especially during higher rep sets. It's also worth mentioning that this trick builds better mind-muscle connection over time. At first, you might feel a dramatic difference, but with consistent practice, you'll start to notice your back working more than your arms. You may feel a deeper squeeze in your lats and upper back, especially near the top of the movement. That awareness makes it easier to self-correct your form without needing constant cues or coaching. This idea applies beyond pull-ups to rows, lat pull-downs, and even deadlifts can benefit from the same concept. Instead of thinking about lifting weight, think about pulling it toward you or driving it through the floor. Strong movement almost always comes from directing force outward rather than focusing inward on your own body. On days when pull-ups feel especially hard, this mental trick can be the difference between quitting early and pushing through quality reps. Strength fluctuates day to day, but technique and intent can stay consistent, even if your rep count drops. Using this visualization ensures that every rep you do perform is productive and reinforces good mechanics. Ultimately, pull-ups reward patience and precision. They're a skill as much as they are a strength test. The more you treat them like a skill focusing on setup, intent, and execution, the faster they improve. Visualizing the bar moving instead of your body keeps your attention on what you can control, and that control builds confidence over time. So whether you're working toward your very first pull-up or trying to add reps to an already solid set, keep this idea in mind every time train. Grip the bar, lock yourself in, and pull it down with purpose. Let your back do the work. Stay tight through your whole body and move with intention. Stick with it. Trust the process, and those pull-ups that once felt impossible will start to feel powerful and controlled.